checking in today, giving you a breakfast in under 5 minutes. So many women tell me that they don't have time to make breakfast in the morning, and I personally could never go a day without eating something, and especially breakfast. It is one of the most important meals of the day. It's filled with lots of protein, complex carbs, so that it will keep me full for about 3 to 4 hours, and then it's snack time. So what I am making today is tofu scrambled eggs with a piece of Ezekiel bread with smashed avocado on top of it. It's delicious. It's going to be under 5 minutes, so here we go. I have my pan, right? I guess first things first is that I get all my ingredients out. I've got my tofu. I've got my Ezekiel bread. I've got a half an avocado, because yesterday I already cooked this meal. And then I've got a little bit of Parmesan and some seasonings for my tofu. So first off, I get my stove going. I pour just a little bit of olive oil or coconut oil in, whatever you prefer. I'm going to get that pan nice and hot for my tofu. While I am waiting for that to get warm, I'm going to throw in my one piece of Ezekiel bread into the toaster. All right, so with tofu, now you don't have to eat tofu. You can make this with simple scrambled eggs. Honestly, I just have a high food sensitivity to scrambled eggs, and I choose not to eat them anymore. And instead, I found a great alternate source for protein. So I literally portioned out my tofu. And with tofu, you want to get extra firm. But the big thing here is to go ahead and squeeze out a little bit of extra water. Okay? So I'm just kind of squeezing it with a paper towel. And then I'm going to take my one piece, I'm going to crumble it in the pan. Magic. All right. So that's going to do its thing, right? Couple of minutes. While I'm doing that, I can totally clean up my area. I'm going to get my avocado ready. So the tofu, or your scrambled eggs, okay, there they are. They're getting warm, and the difference between tofu and eggs, obviously, is I don't have to keep mixing it. It's going to be okay. But I've got my half avocado here. I'm going to get the pit out. I'm going to go ahead and slice it in the shell with a butter knife. Just making some slices. Cool trick with avocados, because half the time you buy them, they're not quite ready or ripe enough to eat right away. So I just save a paper bag, and I throw all my avocados in a paper bag, set it on the counter, and within a couple of days, they will be ready to eat. All right, so got my avocado sliced and ready to go. With my eggs, I'm going to add some salt, and I'm going to add some pepper. So simple ingredients here. The trick to this is I add a little bit of turmeric to my tofu. You obviously, if you're making scrambled eggs, you don't have to at this point, but I literally open it. But here's the trick: I take it over the sink, I sprinkle the turmeric, because all of those like vapors will eventually go to the top of your oven, and that will leave your stovetop area kind of yellow. And the bad thing about turmeric is that it stains terribly bad. I learned that lesson, so don't repeat it. All right, so that kind of gives that tofu that colorful egg look, which also helps trick the brain if you're kind of trying to get out of eating eggs. A lot of people are sensitive to eggs. Some is just the egg white, and some is the full egg. All right, so that's going to just kind of chill. I like my Ezekiel bread just a tad bit more done, but if I turn the setting way up, then of course my toaster burns it. So I'm going to let it go a little bit longer. And my tofu is looking beautiful, looking like scrambled eggs. I get this all the time in my posts. People are like, oh, I didn't think you could eat eggs. I'm like, oh, I don't. It's tofu. All right, so here we go. I'm going to add a little bit of the Parmesan cheese. Now, Parmesan cheese makes it very rich tasting, so you don't need a lot, but it is like hard, dry Parmesan cheese. So sprinkle a little bit on top. And I'm going to pop out my toast, because it's beautifully done. I'm going to shut my burner off, because my tofu eggs are just going to kind of sit and chill. Now, with the avocado, obviously I've already sliced it all up in there. I'm just going to pour it all over my toast. I'm going to kind of scoop it out, either with a knife or a spoon, whatever you prefer. all on my toast. I'm going to top that avocado with a little bit of salt and pepper. Call it a day. It doesn't have to be uber fancy in order for it to be super nutrient dense. Just remember that. Also, I always like to encourage my clients to eat the rainbow, meaning try and get as much color on the plate as possible. All right, my eggs are done. My toast is done. I will plate it up and show it to you. And voila, ladies, you have breakfast in less than 5 minutes. No excuses at all. Here we go. I hope you enjoyed this little mini video. Comment below if you have some questions. I will be making more videos of 5 minutes or less for breakfasts, and also, of course, yummy nutritional dinners in less than 20 or 30. Bye for now.